You're writing a book about friendship that we're all waiting for.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask you when it's due because I don't want to be your publisher. But I know that they chase and chase and chase and chase. But I guess my closing question is why? Of all the things you could have written about Simon, you're someone who's able to traverse several subject matters across business and life and everything in between. But you've committed yourself to the struggle of writing a book about friendship.
There's an entire industry to help us be better leaders, right? There's an entire industry to help you have a successful relationship or a successful marriage or even find a partner, right? Industries, books, companies. There's very little on how to be a friend. And if you think about, if you're going to have a successful career and can survive the stresses of career, and if you're going to have a successful romantic relationship or marriage and survive that, do you know what you need in both of those circumstances? Friends. Because when your marriage is falling apart, you go to a friend. When your job is falling apart, you go to a friend. And there's a few things that I've discovered about friends that I find delightful. And I have been reorganizing my life to, I mentioned it before, like I've been reorganizing my life to ensure that my friends aren't taken for granted and that sometimes I do deprioritize work in order to see my friends and spend time with my friends because I know it feels good to them and I know it feels good to me. And I know that the only reason I can get through any work stress or personal stress I have is because of those magical human beings. And I will not take them for granted. And doesn't mean it's always easy. I'm conflicted often, but I'm trying. And I also know if you look at the world today, like there's so much conversation about loneliness, depression, anxiety, inability to cope with stress, even the obsession with longevity. Like there's so much about these subjects. And some people treat it with drugs and then meditation and vacations and like there's so many theories. The one thing that fixes all of those things is friends. Friendship is the ultimate biohack. You know, we've talked about this before. I fundamentally believe that. And if it's so valuable, like if you know vegetables are good for you, you eat more vegetables. If you know exercise is good for you, you do more exercise. So if I say friends are good for you, shouldn't you do more friendships, right? Like exercise is not fun or easy and you have to get over a hump sometimes. Eating vegetables can sometimes be boring and unsatisfying, but you do it or you find new ways. And so maybe friendship is not always easy or fun, but it's still really, really good for you. And the best thing about friends is it actually doesn't taste like spinach. It's like you get the benefits of spinach, but it tastes like chocolate cake. If you get friendship right, it's the healthiest thing in the world.
How do I know if someone's a friend?